Now we are. Did you hear her say recording in progress?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
What's been going on with my life? Oh yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to ScumCast. Currently, we are.
Nice week.
Could you please put your hand down? I'm gonna have to put your hand down for you. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, should I put you in the waiting room? Imagine that. Just kick you out. Oh, what? You surprised? Oh, fuck
Well,
you.
I'm surprised.
Right. I can't even be fucked putting that down. Welcome back, guys. Jack is still currently in Australasia, but we are recording on Zoom because our podcast room was taken.
We don't have a pool.
We don't have a pool either. Yeah, the pool got deflated.
There's feeds in our podcast room at the moment.
I almost feel like the pool being deflated was like kind of like better.
Why?
Because as much as the podcast episodes are fun in the pool, I feel like the one-off pool episode just makes it more unique.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we did pool episode every day, then people would be like, "Oh, this is the pool podcast." You know, this is the chlorine cast.
That's pretty cool. We're the pool podcast. You know, like that's not a bad thing to go by.
We could start when we move to London, bro. We could start a second podcast called the Chlorine Cast.
Yeah.
And then we'll just but we get like hell dirty cunts to like lay in the pool with us, and like the chlorine will like clean them up. That's why it's the Chlorine Cast.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're all we're scummy as well. You know?
Are they by dirty? Do you mean like actually dirty, or like are they like
physically? Yeah.
People? Okay, so they
both.
just got to roll around.
I hope they're both.
Yeah, okay, so they've got to roll around in some mud before they get in.
Or they're homeless already.
Yeah. If we interviewed homeless people, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Right, because I feel like if you actually sat them down to have a real like long form conversation, either you'd get some absolute psycho, you know what I mean, like someone that just nuts, like that's got holes in their brain and just not saying anything.
Yeah.
Or you'd get someone like so well spoken but so like destroyed by life that it would just be like hell dark. It's like, yeah, and then I woke up one day and my sister was fucking a possum. You know.
Do you think we try that?
I think we do. I think it's interesting.
Honestly, where I am right now, there's a lot of homeless people. I think
clearly, bro.
Maybe
clearly,
not.
You want to talk about your troubles, or just let that be?
It's been a painful week, bro. It's been a painful week.
You want to tell us about it?
Yeah. I'll go through it.
So go from the beginning, because there's a fucking few things, bro.
Yeah, it's like honestly, but I've wanted this last month because I'm here from today. It is like 3 weeks and 5 days until I leave. And I wanted it just to be the easiest like month of my life, you know, like not doing anything, not worrying about anything. And now I'm just like, everything's come crashing down for no reason.
Right, for no reason at all. Yeah.
And it's now just like, oh, this was supposed to be a good month for you? No. So
it's funny.
To start it all off, I woke up Thursday morning last week. I got up like around 7:30ish. My mum goes to work around 7:30. She just goes to work and then comes in and goes, Jack, someone smashed your car windscreen. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? And then I'm out there like half
sure
asleep.
It's my car.
Yeah, honestly, I got out there half asleep. And my car's just sitting there with like this huge dent in the front. Like someone's obviously just thrown something at. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's just a pain in my ass, you know, sort of thing. So I'm on the phone to like RAC straight away, who are my insurance fund.
Rack.
And I think my windscreen insurance, like, first of all, I was honestly like, surely they can just come and fix the windscreen today, like while I'm here. I just send someone down now, fix the fucking windscreen, and I'm off and I'm good. Like that, there's no problems there, right? But they put me onto these people, and this guy calls me from fucking, and I'm gonna out these people, Novo Glass, fucking Auto Novo Glass. This is half your fucking problem, all right? They come out and they're like, yeah, no, I probably can't get anyone out there till Monday, hey? And I was just like, no, that's not good enough. I need my car before Monday. And so I had it big secret then. I had to call RSC back again, and they're like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll try someone else. And the other person was like, oh, we can probably fit you in tomorrow morning. So I was like, I guess that like
Yeah, that's better than
yeah. So they're gonna tow my car there from the house to this place where they're gonna fix it the next morning, it and have to go pick it up. So yeah, I was like, okay, I guess that's what it is.
Cool,
and
yeah.
I was just gonna use the bike. I turned into a bike I was a cyclist for a day. And
disgusting, by the way, but keep going.
Yeah, it wasn't the nicest of experiences, but it wasn't, honestly, I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of knew it all.
Yeah, but with the backpack on your bag, you kind of look like a junkie. Like anytime, I swear to God, it's so like stereotypical of me, but I don't care what you look like. You could be the like most well-dressed person on a bike. If I see you on a bike with a backpack, you're a junkie. You're selling drugs.
I get you. But I mean, I needed my things. I needed things, bro.
Exactly, just like a junkie needs his things, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. So
yeah, go on. Sorry, you woke up the next morning. Another surprise.
No, I cycled to the gym.
Oh,
and I cycled to my house to finish off some shit at my house, and then I cycled back, and I didn't notice anything of it. And I just went in, and then I got home probably around 2ish, around there, I'd say. And I was just making my lunch because I was starving. I was sunburned and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I went back outside, and essentially my right mirror, my right hand mirror, was just hanging off, and there was big dents in my side door, which weren't there in the morning. So I'd been attacked the second time in that day.
I forgot to ask. How did the dent look like?
Honestly, to me, like, and I'll get into it.
Did it look like something heavy hit it, or it was like kicks, or what?
The dents weren't big. The dents, like, so in my opinion, like, because like everyone was saying, like, oh, someone obviously like reversed into your car or sideswiped it. In my opinion, it looked like someone came with a fucking like baseball bat and just
swung at it
and like kicked at my door a couple times. Like, and it had some scratches, so I guess maybe like it was something, but I thought it was like like, I don't know. I think it was obviously planned because it was twice in the same day, but like I don't know. Yeah. So this area isn't the nicest of areas.
Yeah.
So so I was kind of like, what the fuck? Then I have to call RAC up again, and then they're like, oh, so because it's like vandalism, we can't you need to do a police report. So I had to cancel my glass being. I had to cancel my glass being picked up from this next place next morning because they're like, oh, there's no point in like fucking getting your glass fixed now because you need a whole panel out of your fucking car done. So they might as well do it all together. And so I was like, okay, cool, cancel the fucking thing for tomorrow morning and just come pick my car up, I guess.
Yeah.
And I said I had to go do a police report. I call this lady on the fucking phone to the police and I go, okay, so this is the story. I got hit. Someone smacked my windscreen this morning. Then someone hit my mirror. And I was like, this is then like someone's fucking up my car. I need to do a police report. And she goes, oh yeah, so so someone sideswiped your car. And I was like, well, I don't know. I wasn't here. I don't know what happened.
Right, yeah.
And she's just like, nah, someone sideswiped your car. So you have to do this whole other thing. So I had to write 2 police reports. I had to do one over the phone. And I was like, how? She's like, so someone hit your car with a car. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. But she was like, no, that's what happened. And I was like, how do you know what happened?
Right.
Was it you? Was it you?
Yeah. Fucking bitch, bro.
But she just made things more difficult. So fuck that lady from the police. So I had to write 2 police reports for both incidents that I don't think anything is ever going to get resolved from. But my excess went from $200 to $500. So now I'm paying $500, which is fucking bullshit. For nothing that I've done. And I haven't even heard back from them yet. So like I don't think it's going to be done for another like month or 2. Right. Which is annoying because I needed to sell that car so I had more money.
Yeah.
To go to the UK.
I mean, you're still going to sell it. You know, it's not like you
I
can't
know.
sell it
It's
now.
not. It's not as if it's like But I mean, I'd rather like have it. You know. But anyway.
Right.
So yeah, that was the story of my car. That all happened on Thursday. Got towed away Thursday night, and then I was just left on a bike. And because at the moment, so I'm living with my mum. And I went back. I went back to my house to double check, like to check the mail and also put the bins out. So I got dropped off at my house to quickly put the bins out and check the mail, and and I walk up the driveway, and the air conditioning unit that sits outside the house is just like off the wall, and like the copper like wire is like pulled all the way out.
Oh, that's
And
what that was. I was looking at the wire and I was like, is that, I thought that was from the light, like the outside
no,
light.
oh no, that was a light. That was a light. So and then
Oh, I
also
didn't even
a light.
see the photos of the aircon unit.
My light was fucked up. There you go. Yeah, so then a light was also pulled out its socket, and then someone had like hammered at my door to try and like they've like obviously got the back of the hammer and like wrenched it out. And then they've also tried to they tried to break into the main door, but obviously just couldn't, so they gave up. And then they wrote 4 fuck you on my driveway, and then wrote Luke, fuck you. So I don't know if it was aimed at me because I have a 4 tattoo on my leg, but it said 4 fuck you. So I don't know. And then so I had to do another police report, and then I had to have these forensic guys come to my house and
like touch up the stuff. Was that kind of cool though? Like have the were you there when the forensics guys were there?
Yeah, I was there because I had to open the door for them and shit. And like they tried to, stupidly I touched everything. I touched everything. Like I touched all the shit. So like I was just like, you know, I put the aircon back in place. Like, I fucking touched the hammer that they used. They left the hammer there.
Wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, but so yeah, that's now a pain because now I've got to get that fixed in both my doors and the light, and I've got an insurance person coming on Monday, and I was hoping to have it printed out by like next Monday. But,
do you okay? So you like look the number 4. I guess you could kind of throw it out to you because you always wear shorts and you can always see the number. So maybe they're referencing the number.
Unless
Luke,
it's like some old football.
Is there anyone around you that's named Luke, like your neighbor? Like, by any chance?
Nah. My neighbors were pretty good about it, but like, I don't know.
My best guess is he just thinks your name's Luke because you look like a Luke.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do look like a bit of a Luke.
You look like a Luke, like with long hair. Like you look like a surfboard. Like, there's Luke. There's Luke Butt Scratcher. You know, that'd be your last name. Something like real English, but like rich, Scratch.
Oh, Luke
Luke Scratchbutt.
Yeah, Luke Scratchbutt.
Fitting.
Yeah.
No, and your middle name's 4.
Luke for Scratchbutt.
No, Luke for Scratchbutt.
Yeah, Luke. The unforgiving story of Luke for Scratchbutt.
Bro, that's insane. They're just it's so crazy.
To happen all because the
within like
a day,
2 day period.
It happened on Friday.
Oh wow!
And
so
I just didn't rock up until Monday because obviously I was there for the weekend.
Right.
So it all happened in the space of 2 days, which is
basically
crazy.
Or possibly even 24 hours.
Yeah. And I just I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do? There wasn't even anything in the house. The house was vacant. And you know what's the weirder thing?
Could they have what's the worst thing they could have taken from the house?
Nothing. There's literally
nothing was there.
Oh. They could have taken stuff from the shed. There was a ladder in the shed, and like a ladder and a hose.
Oh no! Oh, I know what they're going to use the hose for.
But the weirder thing as well, right, is that on my my window next to my door, they put like an X. They wrote an X in it, which generally, in terms of like what that means, is like this house is an easy a target. Like,
they're saying there's no one here.
Yeah. So it's just, but I don't even know if they're saying no one's here. I think it's just I don't like because. Yeah, I get, but like if there's no one here.
No. X usually means vacant. That something's vacant. That's why they put.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't
you put an X, on window of house. I'll read what it means. Wait one second.
I swear it just means like vacant, like you know when you like see places that are closed up, they've got X's bordered over the fucking windows as well.
Yeah,
my best guess.
A simple X means the home is a good target, while the same symbol outlined with a circle means there's nothing worth stealing in the property, which makes more sense because there's nothing worth stealing in the property. But they didn't do a circle around it, so.
Well, clearly they don't know the whole fucking street code, idiot. What a fucking shit criminal, bro.
Honestly.
At least know the code, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, I mean, good luck to me, I guess, when I rent out a place that's just trying to be good. But if anyone wants to
I
live,
mean, nothing has ever have happened while you live there. So
yeah, that's the
clearly it's
craziest thing. Hey, that's the
well,
craziest thing. It's like,
that's just well, clearly someone's been watching you move about and constantly seeing like your car at a point of time, your car, that black car, was there majority of the time. You know what I mean? Or you know, like there's other people's like cars always around you, you know, and now out of nowhere, there's no cars in that driveway.
yeah,
So clearly that was kind of like, oh, like
it's great
whoever.
that it means that it's someone that always is like often around.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's someone that walks the street.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. Like, you know, like
Well,
yeah,
there's plenty of crazies out there. Plenty
yeah,
of crazies.
but yeah, it's just wild.
I just wanted to, throughout your whole story, there was just one issue I had with it.
Yeah.
When the RSC was like, well, if it's plagiarism, not plagiarism, Jesus fucking
Vandalism.
Christ, vandalism, plagiarism. Oh man.
Did they copy this vandalism off someone else?
If they're like, we've seen this before. We've seen this before.
Did you use ChatGPT for this?
Did you see this on YouTube and do it yourself for an insurance job? Huh?
Okay.
Do you like? Why didn't you just say a car hit you?
What with my car?
Yeah, because it makes no difference to them. They're gonna fix it regardless, right? But it caused you more of an issue by saying this is vandalism, and then she's like, "Oh, if it's vandalism, then you have to make a police report." You wouldn't have had to make the whole police report. All you had to do was lie a little bit, just like I did.
I didn't have to with my my windscreen. My windscreen was fine. Like that was.
I know the windscreen, but I'm saying because the windscreen was already fine, you could have lied about the side, the mirror, and the thingy, and then they would have packaged it all into one situation. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I can talk about it now since that car is no longer mine. I'm not saying whose possession it is. I'm not.
We don't know people.
It's no one close to me.
No. Wouldn't be someone that possibly lived in the same house as you.
No way. At least someone that's definitely not blood related to me.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
They're not. So what happened to me recently was maybe a few months ago I got into a car crash. It was partly my fault, partly the lady's. Resolved pretty calmly. Me and the lady both got our insurance. Well, yeah, sort of, but like while the two kids in the back watched. So yeah. I was like, if you're gonna bump my car, I'm gonna bump you. You know, I gotta bump you.
You're running over 2 speed bumps today.
Make them kids watch. Make them watch. So basically, what happened?
Daddy?
This is how we found old daddy. So basically, my car's been fixed, right? My excess was like $800. It is what it is. Okay. But right, okay, so now I can talk about it. But prior to that, there was a situation at my house where some crazy ass lady went around the whole street and reported everyone's cars that were just a bit on the footpath, like parked on the footpath. And even most cops don't care as long as you're not covering the footpath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if someone reports it to the ranger has to go out of their way and tell everyone. Yeah. Because it's their job. So the lady did that, and I had to start parking my car a specific way. And as I was parking it, I hit one of my stone things, like these little stone pillars, and it really just like dented the side of my car, right? And when I went to get my car fixed for the crash that I had, the crash was also on that same side. So what I did was I package dealed it.
No, 100%. You got to do that.
The guy was like, this doesn't sit. Ready for this? I was telling him, I was like, oh yeah, this. And he's like, oh, you didn't report this in your RAC claim. And I was like, oh yeah, look, sorry. I just was like panicking at the time and I just reported what I saw. I didn't really pay full attention. And he was looking at it and touching it. And he's like, this doesn't really seem like it can happen in a crash. And I was like, why do you say that? And he's like, well, you said it looks like a curb smash, but a curb is too low for this. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then in my head, I'm trying to like lie. I'm like, fuck. And then I come up with this thing and I was like, look, all I remember is I bumped into the lady twice, which I did,
Yeah.
but the second bump didn't really do any damage whatsoever. Because it was like front, boom. It was like that. We like bumped into each other, like almost like,
Yeah.
you know? And so I kind of just made the excuse. I was like, I don't know, maybe her bumper, because I said she had a 4-wheel drive and she did have a rail guard at the front. So I was kind of like, maybe her rail guard dented it in when it went into my shit. And he's like, look, I can't be sure if that's from that, but he's like, I'll put it through and get it fixed. Because to him, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's getting paid the same amount. It's RSC that's going to have to pay more, right?
Yeah.
To fix this extra fucking side rail. Because that side rail is fucking expensive. Like, it's no joke.
Was the bit that you did, was that in like a different place to the other part of the crash?
Yeah. So if I could like
how
explain
far away was it? Like,
oh, pretty far. Like, so let's say this is like, okay, this is perfect. Let's say this is the back of the car.
Yeah.
Like this little, let's say it's like just tilts here, and that's the front of the car. There, where the tire is there, and where the front of the car is, that's where the actual crash dent is.
Yeah.
While here under the railings, just under the first door and under the second door, in the mid between the first and the second door, is like this huge dent scratched in. Like it's like because the limestone wall went in, boom, and then as I moved, it went, you know. Right. Great sound effects, by the way. Yeah, so they basically fixed that as well. So see, sometimes a little bit of lying can really get you further. Because who am I? Thank you. Because like realistically, I'm not lying to like, I'm not fucking over anyone per se. I'm fucking over the system. RSC. I'm fine to fuck over the system.
Yeah.
I'm fine to fuck over big corporations.
To me,
individual people, I feel bad for. You know what I mean?
My
like
situation isn't. It's not the worst case scenario. All it did is cost me a little bit of time.
Right.
Like it didn't.
I'm just saying, you could have packaged it all in one deal and didn't have to go through the process of dealing with the cops. You didn't have to wait
the cops
that
haven't
long.
done anything about it. The cops haven't done
They
anything.
never will. They always just get you to file a report. Like when my fucking phone got stolen in France, I filed a report. Like they were all telling me, you got to file. So the only reason I even filed the report
the burglary they did straight away.
Yeah. Well, because that's more serious. It's like with your car, it's like, oh fuck you. Like it happens to people all the time. Like your car is outside. Is like your car was on the curb, was parked past the curb. So that's not your property. You know what I mean? Like the car's your property, but where it's stationed isn't your property. So they don't care. If it is your house, then like, you know, that's actually your property. You know what I mean? But yeah, the only reason I filed a report when my phone got stolen in France is because Optus didn't want to refund me my phone or like give me a new one unless I had a police report.
Yeah, that's the same. They couldn't do it. IC couldn't do anything without a police report.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. And like, did they replace your phone in the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you had insurance on it?
Yeah, but I had to pay excess of $200 to get a new phone.
Fair enough. I'd like, dude, this week I'd rather be in Turkey than be fucking in Perth.
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. I don't know about that because you could have lost a whole house in Turkey or a whole family, you know?
Yeah, no, probably.
Prayers to Turkey, and I think there was. I don't think it only hit Turkey. I think it hit another country. Syria? Yeah, Syria as well. Yeah, my apologies. Prayers to Turkey and Syria. Really sad situation. One of those situations you can't really like account for.
You know what
like,
I found crazy? Do you know what I found crazy? Both Ukraine and fucking Russia were both like, "Oh yeah, we'll help out." Like, what the fuck's going on there? Like, aren't you guys beefing? Like,
that's a bit sus, right?
What if a Russian guy?
How do you even have enough?
Like,
how do you even have enough troops to send to help out?
Also, I just don't understand the idea. Like Russia are like, yeah, we're gonna help out these people in need, but these Ukrainians, fuck them.
Fuck them. What if you're fixing something and you're helping these Turkish people, and then like someone helps you out, and you look to your right and it's a Ukrainian soldier, and you're like, "Blyat, suka blyat, suka blyat."
Whip out your AK real quick.
Yeah. They're like, what? They're like, you were supposed to come here to help us Turkish people. No, suka blad. Ukraine,
War never
Ukrainian.
ends.
Um,
War never stops.
Speaking of wars, bro. So apparently this high up American corporal or whatever the fuck he is. Wow, bro, is that the United Kingdom passport? Wow,
It is.
bro.
It's my ticket
British. Oh, it's the British. I thought it was the United Kingdom. I thought it was
No, it's for England and wait. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Oh. Well, so what's not a part of it? Like what?
No, nowhere. Like I guess maybe Ireland.
Well, oh, okay. So Ireland's not part of it. Yeah, yeah, I think you probably do. Probably. Well, so you don't have a so there's no like Welsh passport. You just
Wales are part of United Kingdom.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but it's still a country.
Yeah, no, but it says United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Right. Okay. So you guys just monopolizing on the Welsh.
I haven't. Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Do we really care about the Welsh?
Yeah. Come on. Not with those dirty accents. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Kidding.
Yeah, we love them.
We love them. We love them. Welsh birds. We love the Welsh birds. Yeah. So, what I was trying to say, a corporal was in America. This high up guy in the Air Force, is basically saying that the war in Taiwan, that the Chinese will 100% invade, and they're already like basically parading outside of Taiwan, like in terms of like they've got their tanks already and shit. Like they're bound to attack. Just especially because like with the war in Ukraine, like the Chinese are probably like, wait, so you Americans are like, you send like allied troops, to help the Ukrainians, but you won't stop the war. So then China's like, if you're already spreading like out there, like you're not gonna stop me while I invade Taiwan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, aren't they sending balloons at the moment?
Yeah, they're sending balloons.
Which is crazy.
Have you heard how the balloon was taken down as well? It's fucking hilarious.
It was taken.
Yeah, it was a whole ass fucking homing missile. Because see, this is apparently what I got told by someone. So I don't know how true this is, but apparently in World War II, when there was situations like that where they had like homing balloons with like recording devices connected to them, the people in the Air Force like struggled to take it down because it's actually much harder to hit a non-moving target or a target that's moving way slower than two really quickly moving targets coming at each other. So apparently it's easier to shoot each other like when you're following each other on an airplane than if something's just there and you're passing past it or by it.
That makes sense because you'd be going so fast, right?
Right.
Like,
and the way the balloon and the way the balloon drifts isn't like, it's not like you can predict its like direction because the wind's blowing it either up, down.
This is some bro science here right now.
Yeah,
like, If you've got something going like this, it's much like if you're also going like this above it. So it's like this.
Yeah.
Like all of this is just
Yeah.
But if it's like this, like you've got to time it.
Yeah, so you got to time you got to time the bullets with the
Yeah, so it makes sense. Like
Plus, it's a balloon, smaller target, But
like, what was in it? Were they just spying? Like,
there was just it was a camera attached to it.
Like what like? Because didn't China just say, "Oh, sorry, that's an accident"?
China.
Didn't I'm pretty sure like Beijing were like, nah, it's not that big of a deal, guys. Don't wait. So the balloon?
Don't worry about it.
Nah. That's just
okay.
That's our
First of all, I think it's also
birthday balloon. It's our birthday this week.
Right, it's so stupid that they're worried about a balloon when it's like, bro, just fucking like, okay, then missile all the phones, missile every fucking phone that has a TikTok account on it, missile them all.
Yeah, because that's they're not spying.
Because that's legitimately recording everything. That camera, motherfucker, they're like, oh no, there's a balloon in the camera, and it's like cool. And what? It's recording fucking farmlands. It's recording farmlands with no audio. What? They're gonna hear this. Cool.
Yeah, I get you. I get
Get
you.
a lot from that.
Do you know with my car happening, right? My mum went down the street to because there was a CCTV camera on the church. And she came back and she was just, oh yeah, no, the cameras don't reach our area on the street, so it's like whatever. But
Pointless.
She spoke to one of the security guys, and he goes, yeah, like this street's hella dodgy, but like soon there's going to be cameras in every street light. Everyone.
Crazy.
That's what they're doing. That's crazy. Hey,
How does he know, or is he just because look, let me just say something about security guards, okay?
oh,
No offense.
they love it.
No offense. No
They
offense
didn't
to
quite
security
make,
guys.
they didn't quite make the force, did they?
But they love a little conspiracy.
They
Love a little. Like I've talked to a few security guards, and most of them believe in things that everyone else that's not a security guard usually doesn't believe in. As a security guard,
do you think security guards are just like the police force that didn't make it, and like that's a very sad person, right? Because
that's
it's
not the police. It's not the police force that didn't make it, because I think some of those guys that are security guys are actually dodgy as fuck. So like to them, like they don't want to be in the police force, but they also want to have that power. Like as a security guard, like, depending on what you want to secure, right?
Yeah, because I
know a security guard, right, that secures places that are vacant. So there's no one there. He just protects, basically just making sure that no one jumps in there when it's not operating, right?
Job on my house,
so that kind of security guard, he probably doesn't really care too much about feeling power or doing too much or anything. That person's just there to make money and think about conspiracies, right? That's the first security guard. Second security guard is a guy that works at like hospitals or train stations, stuff like that. Not much power is given to him, so he can't you know what I mean? Way less than the guy that's got the vacant place, but he at least is like talking to people and like in a more normal environment, right? And then there's a third security guard, which is most cases the guy that's dodgy or has dodgy friends, and he works at nightclubs and bars, and he has power because he decides who goes in and who goes out. Only girls that suck my willy go in. Only girls that can suck my willy. Yeah, and then
all guys,
and he doesn't care that she might be 15, 16. He'll let her in and he'll feel great because he's like, oh, well, I just made her night. I made her night and she just sucked my dick.
And she made mine.
And why I'm talking about this story is because I actually know a case of this happening.
Did you
I knew a 15.
Did you report
No,
it?
I did not report it because it's none of my fucking business. But look, I'm reporting it on my podcast right now, even though it's like probably like
Are you gonna out
10 years too late. Well, I don't know the security guard. I just know the girl that was 15 went to the club, sucked the guy's dick so she could get in.
I guess if it's that case, it doesn't matter, right?
Well, yeah,
like
if
she's like
first of all doing something sexual with him. Well, no, because he could have just.
I'm not saying.
What do you mean he's not at fault?
I'm not saying he's not at fault. Is what I was going to say.
Right.
I'm just saying like it's her choice to go and talk about it. Right. It's not really your prerogative. I thought you meant he told you. Like if he told you.
She told me because she was bragging that she went out to a nightclub at the age of 15. But the sad thing is, like, you didn't go inside the nightclub. You sucked dick to get inside the nightclub. And I don't know what that security guard looked like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. If he told you, I'd say you bear more responsibility.
Well, that's fucking that's it.
Yeah, that's
sus.
I was gonna ask you because obviously this week, like Mason Greenwood's been let off of all charges.
Right. Yeah.
What's your verdict of like, because obviously he plays for the club you support. What's your verdict on it?
I don't know. I've heard the videos of him like kind of like being like
the video is the most clear evidence of anything we've ever seen.
Right. Yeah, because of like it's kind of like this audio, and at first I'm kind of like, oh, maybe they're just being like, like, how some like once you get into a relationship, like some girls that are kind of into that will play the part.
Yeah.
but that's not all cases. This didn't really seem like the case because she recorded the audio.
And she
You know
also
what I mean?
put the photos up of her like with like black eyes and shit. And,
Right.
Yeah, in terms of evidence against someone, it's the most.
Yeah. And clearly,
it shows how dirty money can be though. Which
well,
is
that's
crazy.
what I was about to say. Is she got paid off, so she just
because everyone's like kind of saying, oh, like there's no way she didn't because the evidence was so clear.
well, she dropped the case.
Like it wasn't. There could be nothing else but like I
You
know
only drop.
their families knew each other. Like the families were apparently pretty
Right.
close. But like it was the most damning thing I've ever seen personally.
Do you want me to tell you what I think what actually happened?
Mm.
I think the girl was scared for her life, and she posted these things in order to like be able to get away from Mason.
Mm.
And once she got that, you know, once the world knew and kind of were like, okay, this kid, like, move him away from her, she got her space. But I think because I know what football fans are like, okay?
Yeah, dude, check Twitter. Crazy.
Exactly. So
Crazy.
I know exactly what football fans are like, and they'll stick with a player regardless of what he's done. AKA, I can't remember, is it Jorginho? No, not Jorginho. What was that? Not Cancelo. What was that motherfucker called?
Oh,
I think he. No. That guy that murdered, that guy that was drink driving and he killed
Marcus Alonso.
Yeah, Marcus Alonso.
Yeah.
Killed a person, everyone forgave. Like, not everyone clearly, but clearly it was forgotten, and he continues to play professional football. You know what I mean? Same with Mason Greenwood. A lot of those people probably like, fuck this little slut, you shouldn't have, like, you know, and they probably abused the fuck out of her. And she probably got to a point where she was like,
do you think she
man,
was scared again? Do you think
well, that's what I'm saying. I think it got to a point where the abuse got to so much that she was like, just make it stop. Like, just pay me whatever. And just, I'm going to let go of this case. I don't want, like, because your name is then glorified as well, regardless of like how many people might back you up and support you and be like, that's fucked up, you know?
It's interesting because like what's interesting to me is firstly, because I don't think Man U will keep him. Like, I think Man U.
No, they're going to sell him. Man United. Man United is a business machine. Okay, Man United is business. That's also why they got Ronaldo for a year and then were happy to get rid of him because they just wanted the they just wanted the money boost.
Yeah, they'll do what the fans say, and like I think the majority case is Man U should be getting rid of him, so they'll listen to what people think. But the interesting thing to me is what level of football goes, yeah, we'll have him.
Do you know what he actually commented about?
What?
Mason Greenwood said this. So Mason Greenwood said, if Manchester United would kick him and the league wouldn't accept him, he's like, I'd want to pursue my footballing career and I'd be willing to move to China.
Okay.
China will take him.
Yeah,
China will take him, bro.
Yeah,
that's why, bro. Once the top G is freed from fucking Romania, he's gonna go to fucking. He's either gonna live in Dubai, right, where the slaves are allowed. Which
Everyone
is all
loves
good.
Dubai. Everyone loves
yes,
Dubai.
They do.
Especially
because he's Muslim now as well. So it's kind of like if he fits in anywhere, he fits in over there.
His tweets pop up on my timeline too often, and I don't appreciate. Like he's become too much of a preacher. Why is he preaching like this?
Oh, because that's what happens when you're in jail, bro. You got nothing to do. You're reading books again, and you're like, you know what? Like, my mind is thinking of some wise ass shit, bro. Wise ass shit.
I know. I have friends like that, and I don't appreciate them for it. So I don't appreciate.
Yeah, what kind of what friend is this?
No one in particular.
No one I know.
No one you know. I went to a different school, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, different friend.
Just checking.
Yeah, just check. Just let you know. But
just checking.
Yeah, I'll be interested, right? Because no Premier League team will take him. No Premier League team will take him because it's just going to.
Do you think a championship team will take?
Well, but just think about it, right? say like he's way too good for the championship. He's amazing. He's still an unbelievable footballer, right?
Right.
And imagine
Bro,
you're
Ryan Reynolds should get him for
Wrexham. Wrexham will take him, but no, they won't. See, he won't because he's an internet team.
Because he's into
But some team in their league will be like, well, we don't have anyone watching us. Do you
Right.
think he's like, but we might win the league with this kid? So like, it's really interesting to me to see what happens. Because
what's that fucking? Well, who did Rodini play for again?
Troy Deeney, Birmingham.
Who?
Birmingham.
No, he didn't play for Birmingham. That yellow team.
Watford.
Yeah. Deeney played for Watford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
They
like
take
ex-criminals.
They
take ex-criminals.
They're like fifth in the championship, bro.
And guess who needs Mason Greenwood more than ever?
Yeah, that's so true. You're right. What's
Watford.
the difference, right?
What's the difference?
Well,
I don't know what Deeney did. I don't know what Deeney did, but
I think it was burglary. I think
that's fucking as dodgy as beating a bitch.
Do you know what's actually different, right? This is what's actually different. The difference between Mason Greenwood and others, and like someone like him, is he did his time. Mason Greenwood hasn't done his time.
Right. Yeah.
That's why. Because if, for an example, if Mason Greenwood was locked away for however long he was supposed to be locked away and then came back, there's that rehabilitation.
Yeah, they'll forgive him. They'll be like, he did his time.
It's the fact that he paid it off. He's now just going to go back to being this rich fuck that he already is. And like that's what people feel like he shouldn't get. So that's what it is essentially.
I think you are right, but I also don't think like I think there's a stigmatism to domestic violence that just doesn't go away.
Yeah, no, that too. It is more
burglary is forgiven because it's like it's weird, like at least in the Western world, stealing isn't that serious in the Western world.
Well, because you're harming the system, you're not harming the person.
Right. Well, while in the Middle East, for example, in the Middle East, like stealing would probably be like fucking up there.
Yeah,
like they'll fucking chop your hand off. Yeah. It's no joke over there.
Yeah, but Mason Greenwood's the king over there.
Yeah. Oh,
they're like you.
They wouldn't. But he only hit his girl. He only hit his girl.
What did he do wrong?
What? Why he go jail?
He was not wearing hijab.
She is the criminal. Come on. Speaking of domestic violence, have you heard about the new rules that I don't know if it's just WA, not rules, but like new legislation that they're I think they're pushing through. I think it's just WA, it could be just the whole of Oz. So anyone that's actually a victim of domestic abuse can take a domestic abuse leave. It's a thing now.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's 10 days you get off of work, right? If you're going through domestic violence. But the first thought that came to my mind was, wouldn't you want to take more days on work? Because if I'm taking days off work, I'm going back home for those 10 days.
To get beat, like
to get beat for. So like that
also because my girlfriend just beat me up a couple times.
Yeah,
and I get 10 days
just
off.
Get over it.
How much does she get in trouble? Because like if she gives me, I come in with a black eye. I'm like, oh you, my good, and I get my 10 days.
Like, yeah, how much trouble does she get in?
Does she get in trouble? Yeah, because like if she doesn't get any trouble,
I guess so. I'd say so. I'd say like because in order for you to get those 10 days,
I probably have to do a police report.
I'm guessing.
Circle, bro.
Look, I knew
they're gonna ask for a police report.
I basically just like made it like in my head. That was the first thing I thought about was like you're just sending someone home back to their abuser. But I'm guessing there's more to it. Like I'm guessing if it does happen, then it's like if you come into work and you're like, oh, I want to take my 10 days of domestic abuse. You know, I want to take my 10 days of domestic 10 days of just getting fucking beat.
Please, can I get beat for the next 10 days?
Can I get beat for 10 days? Can I get pegged for 10 days? So no, I think
sir, may I get
please, my lord, may I be pegged for 10 days?
Please.
Yeah, no, so I think there's probably a process of like you come into work, They're like, why is your face beat up, Diana? You're like, my husband hit me twice. They're like, okay, you can get your 10 days off, but we're going to call the police and send it to the house. Then your husband gets taken away for the 10 days and you get 10 days. Bro, that's what I'm going to use that if I'm pissed off with my girl. You know, like, I'll be like, I'll come into work. Everyone's like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? I'll be like, my girl just fucking slapped me or some shit, you know? And then police will come in.
You bite like a big chunk out of your arm.
Oh, yes. And I wouldn't even care because I like that shit.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a process. So I got to go soon because I got family duties to cover. But I wanted to mention one more thing. Actually, two more things. One is just the fact that the Earth's core is changing directions. Have you heard about that stuff?
No.
So what's happening is the magnets on our poles are shifted, which also shifts the core. And if the core shifts, so apparently the way the core shifts, it shifts very slowly, but without the magnets being in the correct position, it starts shifting quicker and quicker. And apparently with those shifts, it basically kind of erodes the magnetic field, protective field that we have around our planet. So if any comets, usually when they get close, usually what happens is they'll get inside the gravitational pull and get swung out. But in this instance, apparently, because of the magnetic poles are fucked and the core is twisting, two things happen. Quick changes in weather, either like super cooling or super heating, but also the fact that now we're not as protected from meteors and sun flares, for example.
Are you saying climate change is a real thing, bro? Because I might have to stop you there.
I'm saying climate change is fucking fake, bro. It's just the fucking core moving.
I was gonna say, like, I can't be friends with you thinking climate change is real.
No, bro. Climate change is the fakest shit ever, bro. Invented, false. Yeah. It's as fake as those Mason Green. It's as fake as those Mason Greenwood allegations. He didn't beat her. She beat herself because she knew that the legislation was coming through, and she wanted her 10 days off. Preach, Queen. Preach.
She knew she got how many days did she get off?
I'm raising my hand as well. I'm not a victim. And the last thing I'm going to mention, which I found was fucking hilarious. So this I was watching this like video of like this wedding, and on screen as they're about to dance, pops up his wife, and clearly not him. And it's a video, and it's a sex tape.
Oh.
And so what happened was the husband found out he got cheated on just before the wedding. The wedding happened, and he decided in front of her whole family, so they all know she's a cheating whore, put the fucking sex tape up.
Once you pay for it,
I wanted to ask if you've paid the wedding, it's too late to turn around and cancel. Do you just cancel the wedding and fuck her over? Or do you do that to make sure not only do you get your revenge, but it's like, you know, if you're like, oh, she cheated on me. And then she could go to her family and be like, he's just lying. He's just so fucked and obsessive. And it's like,
yeah, no, I think that's a petty king. That's a petty king.
Oh, as soon as I saw that shit, I was like, that is the way I deal with trauma. That's the way I deal with trauma.
You got to like, but like this, I was speaking to Harry about this the other day, right? Is like what, like a weird thing about my car being destroyed is that I don't even want the police to be involved. I don't care. I just want to know who it is so I can plan my revenge.
Yeah.
I don't want the police.
That's so bad. That's so Batman of us, right? We're like, fuck that. I'll bring my own justice.
Yeah, just because I will do it. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'll do a way better job than they did.
Right.
Yeah? Like, I'll do a way better job. It'll be way more damaging.
Right.
It'll be be way more low key.
Like, I'd chop him up, I'd eat him.
And I'd serve them in chili to their son.
Chili. I'd make his daughters eat him, so they get all the founding Titan powers. Yeah. Anyways, I think I have to go.
Fair enough.
I've got to take my mother. To work. She got no car. Yeah, she sold her car. Yeah.
Me either, Sandy. Me either.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, Carlos gang. Yeah, I gave my I was about to out myself just then. Fuck. I gave my car to another person I don't know.
You
That's not
sold
blood
it to
related to
someone
me.
who's not blood
I sold
related.
it to didn't give it. Yep, shit. I so now I have my old car back.
Yes.
My old car full of memories, full of trauma, full of
Admiration.
memories.
What's your Sunday
Great
select?
memories. My Sunday select Los Polos Hermanos by Nux.
Cool. Mine is Just Better by Yeet.
All right. Well, I think I'll see you in real life. I mean, now that we don't do the podcast, we can like hang out and shit.
Yeah, I'll need to see you again. Well,
Mm.
you've only got 3.5 weeks of me anyway, so
Yeah, we got to do shit.
yeah.
Or you can come over and play darts again, bro.
Oh, I might have to get that pool going again, and I'll come around again.
I don't think it's happening. They moved it away. Yeah, Tara. Me. Yeah, Tara. Yeah, I can say Tara. Tara moved it away. This is not the person that has my car. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me start recording.